After just one application, the root system begins working more actively. The leaves become noticeably darker green, and the plant shows clear, vigorous growth. Yet very few people realize that these solutions are made from ingredients that are incredibly familiar to us, and almost everything needed to make them is already sitting in your kitchen or refrigerator. When combined the right way, these ingredients can help reactivate soil life, strengthen the root system, and improve the plant's ability to absorb nutrients efficiently for the best possible growth and productivity. And in today's video, I'm going to guide you through the complete step-by-step process for making all three of these special solutions that can help bring your entire garden back to life. 1. Yeast water for plants. The process is extremely simple. First, prepare about 1 liter of clean, chlorine-free water, or water that has been left overnight. Then, add 2 tablespoons of dry baking yeast along with 1 teaspoon of white sugar. Next, warm the water slightly to around 40 to 46 degrees Celsius, 104 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and stir gently until the yeast dissolves. Do not seal the container tightly. Instead, cover the top with a paper towel or a thin cloth so the yeast can continue to breathe and activate properly. Then, place it in a dark area for about 30 to 40 minutes. Once you see light foam forming and notice a bread-like aroma, it means the yeast is active and the solution is ready to be diluted for plant use. Important notes. Do not use water that is too hot because high temperatures can kill the yeast. During fermentation, never seal the container completely because the yeast produces CO2 gas. The solution should be used relatively soon after preparation and should not be stored for more than 24 hours. Otherwise, its effectiveness will decrease. This yeast solution is not a primary fertilizer. Instead, it works more like a mild biological stimulant for the root zone. It is especially suitable for newly transplanted plants, seedlings with slow root establishment, or plants entering the flowering and fruit-setting stages. Yeast contains small amounts of amino acids, B vitamins, enzymes, biological compounds from the yeast itself, and trace minerals. It also supports microbial activity around the root zone, helping plants absorb nutrients more steadily. The sugar is not added to directly feed the plant. Its main purpose is to quickly activate the yeast before the solution is applied. How to use it. Never apply the concentrated solution directly to plants. Dilute it at a ratio of about 1 part yeast solution, 10 parts clean water. This solution should be watered directly around the root zone and should not be sprayed onto leaves. The best time to apply it is early morning or late afternoon, so plants can absorb it more steadily. Recommended amounts. Large plants, about 0.5 to 1 liter per plant. Newly transplanted seedlings, about 1 small cup. Vegetable beds. Apply lightly around the root area without soaking the soil excessively. This is also not a solution meant for weekly use. Usually, applying it about 2 to 3 times during an entire growing season is enough. The most effective times to use it are right after transplanting, when plants begin flowering, or when young fruits first start forming. These are all stages when plants especially need a healthy, active root system to support strong growth. 2. Fermented soybean solution. The process for making this solution is also quite simple. You will need 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooked mashed soybeans or roasted soybean powder, 1 liter of chlorine-free water, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar or molasses, a small handful of pre-moistened biochar, First, add the soybeans, water, and sugar into a jar and stir gently until evenly mixed. Then cover the top with a thin cloth instead of sealing it tightly, allowing the fermentation process to happen naturally. The fermentation time depends on temperature. In hot weather, about 24 to 48 hours. In cooler weather, around 2 to 4 days. Once the mixture develops a mild, natural sour smell, without any strong rotten odor, add the biochar and let it soak for another 12 to 24 hours before use. This solution mainly works by feeding beneficial microorganisms and improving the environment around the root zone. It is especially suitable for soil low in organic matter or for plants actively developing stems, leaves, and roots after they have already established themselves. Fermented soybeans can provide amino acids, peptides, organic nitrogen, small amounts of phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and B vitamins. In addition, they create an easily decomposable carbon source that helps soil microbes become much more active. Biochar acts like a biological storage system within the soil. It helps retain moisture and nutrients around the roots, reduces nutrient loss, and provides an excellent long-term habitat for beneficial microorganisms. How to use it? You can either strain out the liquid or use both the liquid and the soaked biochar together. Before applying, always dilute the solution at a ratio of 1 part solution, 15 to 25 parts clean water. This prevents the mixture from becoming too concentrated. The solution should be watered around the root zone in the early morning or late afternoon. Recommended amounts. Small plants, about 100 to 200 milliliters per plant. Large plants, about 300 to 500 milliliters per plant. Vegetable beds, lightly water around the root area. A suitable frequency is about once every 2 to 3 weeks. It should not be used weekly because this is a fairly nutrient-rich fermented organic solution. Do not use this solution when the soil is already waterlogged, compacted, or has a sour, rotten smell. If mixed too strongly, it may overheat the roots, soften plant tissues, and reduce oxygen around the root zone. Biochar should also always be pre-moistened or pre-soaked before use. Avoid placing dry biochar directly against plant roots because it may temporarily absorb moisture and nutrients from the surrounding soil. 3. Banana peel and yogurt solution. What makes the banana peel and yogurt solution special is that it does not focus on forcing plants to grow rapidly. Instead, it works more like a gentle biological support system during the flowering and early fruiting stages. This is when plants need stable root activity and a healthy soil environment to hold flowers, reduce fruit drop, and support more even fruit development. This formula is especially suitable for plants such as tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, strawberries, and other plants entering the early fruit-setting stage. Banana peels provide a natural source of organic potassium, one of the most important nutrients for flowering and fruit development. They also contain magnesium, small amounts of phosphorus, and easily decomposable organic carbon that helps feed beneficial microorganisms around the root zone. Unsweetened yogurt acts as a biological activator. It contains lactic acid bacteria, natural enzymes, lightly broken down milk proteins, and mild organic acids that help the fermentation process remain gentler, more stable, and less prone to developing strong, foul odors. When combined together, this solution works like a light biological meal for both the soil and the plant. Banana peels support potassium during flowering and fruit production, while yogurt helps stabilize the root zone and microbial activity. As a result, plants often, hold flowers better, experience less stress on young fruits, and maintain healthier foliage during fruit production. Take 1 to 2 leftover banana peels, cut them into small pieces, and place them into about 1 liter of clean, chlorine-free water. Then, add 1 tablespoon of unsweetened yogurt and stir gently until evenly mixed. Next, place the mixture into a clean jar and cover the top with a paper towel or thin cloth instead of sealing it tightly. This allows a gentler fermentation process and reduces the risk of creating a strongly anaerobic environment. In hot weather, the solution usually becomes active after about 24 hours. In cooler weather, it may take up to 48 hours. At that point, the mixture should develop a mild, sour smell, similar to naturally fermented foods, not a strong, rotten odor. That is the sign the solution is ready to use. How to use it. Before application, strain out all solid residues to keep the liquid cleaner and prevent soil compaction. Then, dilute the solution at a ratio of 1 part solution, 10 to 15 parts clean water. This solution works best when lightly watered around the base of plants in the early morning or late afternoon. Recommended amounts. Small plants, about 100 to 200 milliliters per plant. Larger plants, about 300 to 500 milliliters per plant. Vegetable beds, lightly water around the root zone without soaking the soil excessively. This is also not a solution meant for constant weekly use. Usually, applying it once every 2 to 3 weeks is ideal. The most effective time to use it is when plants begin forming buds, during flowering, or immediately after young fruits have formed. These are the stages when plants most need a stable root environment to hold flowers, reduce fruit drop, and support healthier fruit development. What's interesting is that all 3 of these recipes share one thing in common. They don't try to force plants to grow quickly, but instead focus on restoring and strengthening the soil system first. When the soil has active beneficial microbes, a stable root zone, and better nutrient retention, plants naturally grow stronger and much more sustainably. Some formulas are ideal for helping plants recover after transplanting or reducing root stress. Some improve poor organic soil and help retain nutrients longer, while others are especially useful during flowering and fruiting stages. Each recipe works best at different stages of plant growth, but they all share the same goal: helping plants become healthy from the roots up, instead of just looking green temporarily on the outside. And sometimes, just a few simple ingredients already sitting in your kitchen are enough to completely transform your garden. And with just a few simple clicks, you can also hit the like button and subscribe to support the channel. If there are any other natural solutions you'd like me to guide you through, leave a comment below and I'll cover them in future videos. Goodbye.